What it, what it do? It's your boy ELOOO, and we're back with another episode. Where all my party people at? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We in the building. It's July 5th, the day after 4th of July. I hope y'all got out and enjoyed your people. I hope you got out and enjoyed yourself at most, man. Like we always talk about on Sipp This Coffee, it's always an inside job. So if you walking around and you smiling, you vibrant, you happy, it's due to the regimen that you're doing for yourself. It's due to the things that you're doing for yourself, man. I promise you, not an outside source can bring in that inside happiness like you can for yourself. Is an inside job, brothers and sisters. We in the building, man. It's your boy ELOOO. We on another episode of Sipp This Coffee. Let me sip. It's beautiful. And like we always tell y'all, we're here. We're brought to you by Kingdom Hair Care. You can find us on Google. You can find us, we got our own website. You can find us at kingdomhaircare.etsy.com. You can find us on all social media pages, Facebook, Instagram. We do got the TikTok. We got to get more focused with it and keep pushing the TikTok. And that's just one of the things that we here to talk about today. Today's episode is called the Mid-Year Audit. Why would we call it the Mid-Year Audit, ELOOO? It's the day after 4th of July. You ain't drink enough yesterday. You ain't eat enough yesterday. You ain't shoot enough fireworks. By the way, I almost blew myself up yesterday, but we here, baby. We here. You know what I mean? The mid-year audit, man. The day after 4th of July, every year is that spot. Is that sweet spot into the year where you got to really do a self-evaluation. If you running a business, you're an entrepreneur out here. You set them goals in January. You told yourself, oh, I was going to be working out. I was going to be doing this, that, and that. Have you been doing that? It's audit time, fellas. It's audit time, ladies. It's audit time, kids. It's audit time. It's time to see, have we been doing more action than blowing air? Have we been doing more action than blowing air? A lot of people come up with all these goals and all this stuff in January. They like to call them a New Year's resolution. But July is that check-in time. July 5th is that check-in time. Today, y'all should be sitting down. Today's Sunday. Y'all got a day after the holiday yesterday. Great that it fell on the weekend this year. You get time to sit down and reflect. Find out what it is that we must do. Y'all know we're a sports show that talk of life, real life. So in life, we're doing a halftime check right now. They say as a sports team, not just football, basketball, as a sports team, any sport, if you can't make halftime adjustments, you will be outcoached. If you can't make halftime adjustments, you will be outplayed, because the greats that's what they do. They use the first and second quarter to see what you're doing, see what your tendencies is, because we are creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit. So you use the first and second quarter to see what's the habits, what's the rotation, what do they normally do, what are they doing on first down, what are they doing on second down, what are they doing on third down, on fourth down when they get there, do they punt every time? What if it's a short distance? Will they go for it? When we get the Philadelphia Eagles tush push, same thing in your life right now. We need to be doing a full halftime adjustment, a full mid-year audit. We got to write down the pros and the cons of what we've been doing. The first half of the analysis has been taken down into the database. Now we must download what has been put into the database, and we must apply it to the next steps, to the next formation. That sounds like I wrote that one down, didn't I? Yeah, nah. That's just a little freestyle off the top of the head. You know, I can rap a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. So I just made that there come together like it was supposed to, huh? This your boy ELOOO, y'all. You already know we in the building. We ain't stopping. We rocking. Yeah, man, but it's mid-year audit, man. What are we doing? What is the business numbers looking like? What is the business applications looking like? And when I say applications, I ain't talking about new employees coming in. I'm talking about the business applications. How are we applying the strategies that we said we was going to do this year? How are we applying, as in when I came on here and I spoke on the Kingdom TikTok not being one of the ones that we've been using a lot. That's my mid-year audit right there. I need to get on TikTok more. I need to push the hair company on TikTok more. Uh, on this episode, we're going to find out if I can get my editing correctly to see if I can add something to the screen for the whole show. If it works, it works. If it don't, we're in the middle of the audit right now, and that's what we're going to be working on. You know, you got to write your goals down, man. We in a couple episodes I done talked about doing vision boards and all that good stuff. I love vision boards. It give you that standard to understand what are you chasing. But now you need that audit list to see what's working and what's not working, what needs to continue and what don't need to continue. And that's the perfect day. Today is the perfect day for that situation. July 5th, we officially 6 months away from being into 2027. When you become an adult, you have to break the year down like this because you start to realize how fast the time runs, man. How fast a year actually goes by. 12 months. When you was a kid, 1 month, 4 weeks seems so long. Yep. Then you became an adult and started paying bills and realized, dang, I only got 4 weeks to build this thing back up. Dang, that's just for the people who live in check to check. Some people living in a great situation where they ain't got to do that there. They ain't got no debt. They family did what they were supposed to do for them. Or, some people did what they were supposed to do for themselves at the proper timing. And that's what we trying to do. And that's why we doing these audits. That's why we checking on ourselves to see where we at, what we doing, what the company's got going. Why do most people quit they goals by July? I'm gonna tell you why. Because 7 months ago, you said that to yourself and you felt like, oh, I'm gonna do this here because I want this here. But the problem is most people can't maintain a thought or goal that was set without guidelines, without the boundaries. That's the list you need to write down today, tomorrow, by the end of this week right here that's incoming. You need to have a full list of things, that's the pros and the cons to what you've been doing this year that's going against your goals that you set for the year. It's hot outside right now, man. It's hot outside right now. So these are the moments that you can actually use the heat to train yourself with mental toughness and all that stuff. Especially if you working, if working out was a part of your goal list, this summertime heat should be helpful to you. Because on your list, there's things on there that's gonna take extra mental effort, extra inner will to get to it. Why? Because you got to embrace the discomfort. That heat outside is not comfortable. You're not used to being outside putting in work. You're not used to being outside. Heck, you're not used to being outside just walking, just standing still outside. So doing that a couple times throughout your training process right now is a great thing to do. We have to get uncomfortable chasing our goals and our dreams, because there will not be any comfortability into those things once we make it to our goals and our dreams. Those goals and those dreams that you set is set because it's pushing you to a higher standard of yourself. Those goals and those dreams is bringing out the best version of you. So if you think the best version of you requires you to be into a comfortable, lazy, remote state, you're crazy. And I used to be crazy. We got to be on go, man. We got to be on networking go. We got to be on go with everything that we're doing out here, because our goals and our dreams require us to be uncomfortable. So understanding this here, man, is like for the high school kids. Right now, we in summer training. June was the voluntary training. Now we getting into July now, and when we get back on Monday, today's Sunday, so tomorrow when we get back to the weight room at Westwood, We should have a group of guys in there that we ain't seen all summer, because now it's not the voluntary, or the non-mandatory. We're getting to the mandatory. The 26th of this month, the 27th of this month will be the first official fall practice. So if you're not in full rotation, if you haven't been training properly and putting yourself in position to become a better caliber person than you was last year, a better caliber player than you was last year, don't go to the coaches crying come August. Don't go to the coaches crying come September, when you're clearly the same person you was, same player that you was when the season ended in spring. If that's the case, you got to take what comes with being mediocre. You got to take what comes with not being the trainee that you needed to be to become the top player that you want to be. That's all to it, man. And this goes from the football field to the business table. Um, I can tell what type of adult a lot of these kids is gonna be through their work ethic on the field. Football relates to life so much, and that's why I'm able to correlate such conversations like what we're doing right now about you doing a mid-year audit on yourself. And that goes all the way around the board. You doing a mid-year audit on your business, you're doing a mid-year business audit on the business that you're handling every day. Yeah, that's why we able to correlate it so well, because football is life. Life is football. How do we speaking on these kids doing the summer workout and it's voluntary and everything, right? It says, how do the young men that's in in the leader role, how do they stay sharp mentally and physically when once school ended in spring, when once spring ended and we went into the getting ready to go into the summer? Most people go into vacation mode. Most people go into vacation mode for a vacation that's only going to last 2 to 3 days. Most people can't afford to go on a week-long vacation, or a 2-week-long vacation in today's economics that we have on set before us. So you telling me that kids and parents are basing their whole summer off of a 3-day trip, 4-day trip, let's just say that. And we got 8 weeks in the summer. If you're mentally stuck into vacation mode for the whole summer, how do you gain the leadership role when it gets to the fall? You can't. You haven't grind properly. We had a kid that him and his family went on a beautiful trip. I was watching it through social media. They went through the mountains. They was over in like Antigua. They was over in like all these exotic islands. And I asked the kid, because when he first worked out back, he was exhausted, breathing hard and all that. I was like, bro, you was in the mountains. You didn't run. You didn't work out or nothing like that while you was up there. He was like, oh, I did coming down the mountain. We jogged down the mountain. Incline is the workout. You knew that you had training going on. You knew that you're trying to become a different caliber player. He's a small statue player. Great mind, IQ of the football field. His physical abilities isn't all the way there because he hasn't put the size on completely yet. And these are the moments that you gain the size to overcome, but you have to be deliberate with your decisions that you're making to eat properly, to work out no matter what. I remember me and my boy TK, and TK still on, he still do it now. I'm here and there with mine. I'm still working on mine. My mid-year audit is to make sure that I'm staying consistent with my workouts and my movement, because I have put on a great amount of pounds. And I didn't say a small amount. I said a great amount of pounds, huh? Yeah. I remember that no matter where we went, we could be getting ready to go to the mall. We would drop down and do 25 push-ups just to make our shirt fit us a little tighter. We would work out to go walk around. Days like yesterday, 4th of July, there's no way you don't wake up and do a workout 4th of July. For one, we supposed to be doing the remembrance of all our fallen soldiers and stuff on like Memorial Day, all these great holidays for the United States of America. Yesterday, they said it was like a 200 and something year birthday of America. You know, um, we, okay, it's many levels to look at this stuff because I try to break it down intellectually. And the 200-year, as a black man in America, that don't strike me as a celebration to me. As a black man in America, if we go back 200 years ago, yeah, we don't want to do that. It's a bloody massacre. But in observation of our ancestors from 200 years ago, you should want to go do a workout. In observation from our ancestors from 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Yeah, your parents probably 50, 60 years old. Let's just go into that time. From 30 years ago, from 40 years ago, I was talking to a Marine guy, and he said, the Marines was a total different place 35 years ago. Yeah, we was just coming out of segregation. We was just coming into the whole integration type deal. So therefore, yeah, it was a rough world. It was a rough world. I ain't saying that it's too much better than that. But what I'm saying is, on these type of holidays, you should want to do something for your grandfather who served in the service, World War II, World War I, and all that type of stuff. Especially a black man serving in that time, he wasn't welcome. But he was still fighting for the country that he wasn't even welcomed in. We couldn't even go to certain bathrooms, yes, man, we can get into a history lesson and all that there, but then I'll be all the way off topic. But it's cool though, because we can come back to this topic at any moment. But so I'm gonna stay on what I'm talking about. Why you don't get your rump up on the 4th of July, Memorial Day, and all that there, and do a workout in remembrance of all the people who sacrificed everything that they ever done for us. You should want to do a workout just for that, let alone you being an athlete, let alone you being someone that you like the rewards or the attention that you garner when you work out. You take your shirt off and the ladies go crazy. Oh, he got a six-pack. Oh, look at his arms. I like his arms. I like his traps. They probably don't even know what a trap is, the girls. Yeah, because they trying to trap something. But yeah. We in this thing kicking and rolling, man. Hey, it's July 5th, day after 4th of July, and I'm in here having a great time with y'all. We just vibing. Like I said, man, we got the new setup. Coffee, Sipp was Tampa Bay, Miami Heat, Dad Flicks. Hey, we in the building, man. I'm gonna be here with y'all a lot more. So I'm just rocking this morning, man. But yeah, we still on that audit. Let's go here. I got my bulletins written down, so y'all just vibe with me, ride with me. We just talking today. Where that? Mid-year audit. I'm skipping over something. Y'all forgive me. Oh, okay. Let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about how do audits, these moments that we're doing the reflections and doing our workouts and stuff, how do those moments help you in the big moments? As in a situation that's going on with like the World Cup. The World Cup isn't played every year. The World Cup isn't played every day. So how do those players prepare themselves to be on a world stage like they are right now? I'm not just talking about the whole New York watching you or New York, California, and Boston watching you. I ain't talking about New York, California, Boston, and Florida, and Georgia watching you, and Texas watching you. I'm talking about the whole world, the whole United States, Brazil, Portugal, all of these different countries are watching the World Cup right now. How do you prepare yourself for that role? I was watching the USA team play the other day, and two of the players on the team, they was 18, they was 19. How does an 18-year-old prepare himself for world stardom? Not, oh, you played good in New York. No, world stardom, where at any moment in one of these little countries that's playing, you can go against them and gain a new fan. In Ecuador, who that was America played the other day, I can't think of it. Dang, I forgot it, but it started with a B. But again, it was a country that you don't hear of too often. So to see America playing, and their team was really good. America literally had to pull it out. So how do those guys prepare themselves? Basically, is where I'm going to with it. It's the same thing that we speaking on from the audits all the way around. You doing self-checks, you doing self-work at all times when no one's watching, when no one's talking about you, when no one's clapping for you, when no one's in the gym with you telling you, oh, one more rep, you still doing one more rep, maybe two more reps. When you in the dark and you no lights on the backfield, you growing up and you out there still, that man out there dribbling that soccer ball from his feet to his knees, to his head, back to his feet, to his head, to his knees, to his head. Those are the things that become repetition for you, and it's become effortless to do, to pull off. What do they say about breathing? Breathing is an involuntary effort. You don't have to think about breathing to breathe. So that's how your movements, your training, and everything else become. You must do it until it's involuntary. If you have a problem, okay, let's take cornerbacks for example. When you playing cornerback and your coach done called man coverage and he wants you to jam this guy off the line, this wide receiver. You got a big wide receiver in front of you like 6'4", 200 some pounds. And coach done told you to jam this man. That's when technique come in that you don't work in the dark. We must know how to move these feet and pop at the same time. As soon as he twitch, I'm gonna get my feet right. I must know where my help is. If we in zero coverage, there is no help. Oh, now I can't even let him off the line. I got to mess up the quarterback and his whole timing to trying to get into whatever route he's trying to do. I don't know what route he's trying to do. There's a couple routes he can try and do, but I must stop this off top. And that's where my training, before anybody was out there in the stands, before any cameras was out and recording over this field, I was training and putting in work to work on the fundamentals of this first step, first move. If he twitch, I open up and I pop, 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 or pop, two hands. Those are the small fundamentals that's gonna play big when you make it onto a big stage. That guy, those kids, those young guys, they kids to me, the 18, 19 years old, they kids to me, man. Those kids that's playing in the World Cup right now. You know why they ain't out there shaking out their boots and they out there running up and down that field doing their thing? Because running up and down that field and doing their thing is what they do daily. This isn't something that they're just coming out of the box to do it. You be like, how this person isn't nervous? Because they doing what they do. I'm doing what I do. I don't get nervous when I get on this microphone with y'all. I don't get nervous when I'm in front of this camera with y'all. Why? Because I'm doing what I do. This ain't new for me. I've been doing this here. I've been on cameras my whole life. So this what I do. You could put me, you fill the room up with people right now. I will talk to y'all the same exact way. How do I know that? I could drop episodes right now and show y'all me doing podcasts in a room full of people that the camera can't even see, but you can hear them in the background. I'm looking at them on the other side of the camera, but guess what? Y'all don't see them, but guess what? Y'all don't even know it by my demeanor and my effort that I'm giving on this microphone. You won't even know it. You wouldn't even know it. How do you take a kid from let's go football world again. How do you take a kid from a small nobody knows town, 2,000 people in the town completely, 2,000 people in the town completely. That's it. That's the head count, 2,000 people. Take them to a major Power 4 Division I school, which home stadiums holds about 70,000 people. How do you throw him on the field and have him prepared and performing properly without the nerves? Because he must learn how to zone out into what he's doing with no one else is watching, when there is no noise, there is no sound, so that when there is noise and there is sound, he can know how to zone out as if it isn't. Wow, man, we got to keep pushing out here, man. Like I said, y'all, man, it's July 5th. Yeah, it's July 5th. It's audit time. We got to make sure that our routines and our behaviors are aligning with our goals that we set in January. We must make sure that everything that we wrote down, I don't care if you wrote down 3 goals, bro. Most people ain't even consistently obtaining one goal that they set in January. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all one of mine. One of mine was to make sure I'm doing stuff like this here, getting on this screen, pushing Kingdom hair products. Not only do I push them hair products on here because this is my family's company, but no lie, these are some of the best products on the market right now. It's hot as I don't know what outside right now. If you're not staying hydrated with water, your body isn't gonna operate correctly. If you're not keeping your beard and your hair hydrated right now, you're gonna be looking like you got flakes everywhere because your scalp is dry, your face underneath is dry, your beard, you got itchy skin and all that stuff going on. It's because you're not properly hydrated from the outside in. And that's why I love to push our hair products, because we are a natural hair product company that has natural, what you call it, the natural ingredients to induce hydration, to induce and to get rid of the itchiness, the scabbing up of the dryness from dandruff that's steady building up because you're not taking care of your scalp properly. Listen to me, man. That's my yearly audit, to make sure that I'm steady coming on here giving y'all these podcasts, sip this coffee, staying consistent. The last episode, I told y'all I had to drop 3 episodes in 1 week on y'all. We hadn't been able to do that there. You know, when the football season start, that's gonna be the test for me, to make sure I'm still dropping at least 2 episodes a week for y'all. You know, and just to let y'all know, it will get more footballish on here. The closer we get to the city, to the season, it will get more footballish on here. Like I said, we're about a week away from me coming to break down the University of Miami roster. We're about 2 weeks away from me coming on here breaking down. Really, actually, I'll reverse that. We're about 2 weeks away from me dropping the University of Miami roster episode, and we about 1 week away from dropping the Tampa Bay Bucks roster episode, for the simple fact we all know that the beginning of August, we will get some preseason games rolling. And I can't wait to see it, man. It's going to be awesome because we know how them NFL guys get down. Them NFL guys, they get drafted in May, April, May, they finding their new teams. And guess what they doing? They in the dark, in the quiet. There's a couple cameras around, but not really. They got their OTAs rolling. You know, they learning the playbook. They learning all the situationals. Yeah, you know the formats, you know the formations and all that good stuff, but you got to learn the situationals of how each team do. As in, we know how to run a slant route, right? But on this team, if that linebacker push out, this slant route turns into a sluggo, a slant and go, because he's pushing out into your area. Yes, we must learn what is the options of these routes when certain defenses do certain things. That's what they learn in the NFL. When they tell you, oh, the NFL playbook is about that thick, about that thing right there, by. When they tell you that thing about that thing right there, by. Yeah. What's in that book? A whole bunch of situationals, what hypotheticals, what we do in these situations, how we do these situations, how we handle the 2 minutes, and the ball on the far hash, or the ball in the boundary, the field side. You know, what are we doing in the situations? That's what you're learning at this time of year. That's what should be going on, even in Little League, God dog. You should be learning the ins and out. The team has to be on one accord. What a quarterback should almost know every thought that an offensive coordinator is having. Their offensive coordinator, not the other team offensive coordinator. Your offensive coordinator. It's 2nd and 6 in the game. Every second down this game, this defense has sent the middle linebacker blitz, understanding their tendencies. What play do you think coach is finna call at this point right now? We probably gonna be running a bench route to sit right behind where that linebacker was. We probably gonna be running a slant route to sit right behind where that linebacker was. We probably gonna run a drag route from the right side to drag right into that zone right behind where that linebacker gonna be coming at, so I could just dump it to you and you turn up. It's little situations like that there on the football field, basketball court, all these different sports that you must know how to do and handle in these different situations. That brings me back to how we even started this here. I didn't come on here to talk to y'all about football, but I definitely know how to relate it to life. So that's where we at. What are you doing in the situations in your life? The different situations that present themselves. Do you have an audible prepared if this goes against you? Do you have an audible prepared for a random corner blitz? from the left side and you're a right-handed quarterback. We working on us, man. That's what we do on Sip This Coffee. We working on us. That's this whole episode today, man. Mandatory audit. A mandatory mid-year audit. That's what I need to call it. The mandatory mid-year audit. Because a lot of people do a lot of talking. A lot of companies and things of that such do a lot of talking. We can't be out here just talking no more. We actually got to be doing, especially the men, because we got young men watching us. And you listen to me, man. They pay attention. I paid attention. I paid attention when I was young. Even at my worst times, bro, I was paying attention and understanding certain things going on that, you know, without having a father in my life, I just didn't have those options. You know, my mom, I speak on this stuff for so much, bro, because it's the reality has slapped me in the face like open-handedly, like we was in a slap competition or something, you feel me? So that's why I speak on these things so much. My mom was so hard working, bro, and I speak on this a lot. I speak on people giving credit to people just because of remorse, just because of grievance and stuff. Somebody can pass away, and you know that person wasn't even what you trying to paint them out to be, but you're sad because you don't know how to deal with the death. So you're giving them credit for stuff that they really didn't do. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those. You only get credit if you deserve credit. You only get salutes if you're in that bracket to get a salute. The grunts don't get salutes. Yeah. Sergeant and them get salutes. General and them get salutes. Matter of fact, when the generals step in, everybody stand at attention. No words are said. There's rankings for a reason. Matter of fact, okay, I was a barber instructor. They've been doing rankings since the beginning of time. The hair color, your hair texture, your beards, all of that stuff used to be a status symbol. We went away from all that today. Not everybody is all into just one bag. The people, yeah, the caliber of people doesn't matter to certain people. And those are the certain people that's not the caliber of people you should want to be around. If there isn't no, how do you say it? If there isn't no rankings, if Joe Blow, who was just walking down the street doing all kind of stuff that's not stand-up man material, can come down this road right here and get stand-up man love, that's a problem. That's a problem. And that's why we have so many kids that's so confused around this right here, because we've lost the set standards of what life really is out here. We've went away from people understanding that, hey, you got to do right to get right. Like, you can't do 100 things wrong and expect to get 100 things right. No, you can't do 100 things wrong and expect to get 10 things right. At some point, we got to shift into gear and do the things properly that needs to be done. And it goes back to what I said on a couple podcasts ago. Integrity isn't an option. Integrity is the standard. Now, what I'm saying to you right now is, what I'm asking you is, do you even understand what standard is? And the only way to understand what standard is to continue to do these things, what we're doing and talking about today, the life audits, the life checks, to the same thing that I'm doing, correlating this football to this same situation right now. We must do these things, because if not, we end up in situations where we at right now, where half of the world confused, thinking that ratchet or craziness is the method to getting paid. And it's like, what is the longevity in this stuff? What is the longevity in, like I told you in the last episode, I'm not a content creator because I'm not willing to create any content to just be seen or to just get views or to just get money. So I'm not a content creator. I'm a standard pusher. I'm a standard pusher. I had that note down there, standard pusher. That's all it said. And I had to find a way to chop that in there, and I just did it. Yeah, man. That's what we came to talk about today, man. We done talked about it well, man. I appreciate y'all always tuning in with me, man. Once again, man, the feedback that I receive is beautiful, man. So I thank you guys for always letting me know what you hear is something that you want to hear. So that gives me more reason to wake up. Like this morning when I got up, I said, I'm going live. I'm going live. I'm getting on the episode today because today is July 5th. We only got 6 months left in the year. And mother lovers got to come correct. You heard me? Mother lovers got to step right. All these people be walking around here with all this sad stuff. Mother lovers be depressed. Mother lovers be want to come and talk to me about what they got going on for their businesses and all that stuff there. Man, look at here, man. I don't mind putting my opinions on everything, but what I just told y'all earlier, this is an inside job, man. Do your audits, write your stuff down on the paper, make sure you doing your checklist, and make sure that you checking your list off, bro. All that extra community want the whole crowd involved in what your thoughts is, man, go somewhere with that. Go somewhere with that. It's an inside job. Make sure you taking care of you. And what I always say, you got to be able to help yourself first before you can help anybody else. And if you're going to come around and claim that you're helping someone, you must clean your aura up. You must clean your mindset up. Some of y'all act like battered people. I ain't gonna say battered women because we pray that we get away from that. Y'all are battered people, bro. Just sour, no good. You're no good, man. You're no good to the people who need you. Why? Because you out here just exuding all of this hurt, all of this trauma, all of this stuff here that people say that they working on themselves and all that stuff there, and then you get around them for 2 minutes, you realize, man, yeah. Well, I realize I'd rather be at my highs and stay away from all this extraness. Mother lovers, they ain't even really, they act like they happy. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I can handle this and that and that. Next thing you get around them, they lashing out 24/7. Everything make them mad, but they don't like nobody, nothing. Just complete destructional, what you call it? I wrote the thing down. Straight destructional behavior. Everything that you are doing and touching or being around is gonna be destroyed because you are destroyed in the inside, man. That's what we dealing with out here, man. That's what we dealing with. Where we at? Where we at? Y'all stay with me. Y'all stay with me. Don't be zooming out. We here. Like I told y'all always can write me topics. Y'all always can write me situations that y'all got going on that we can speak on. I don't never put nobody's name out unless you ask me to. But I don't never really put nobody's name out, especially when I'm talking about situational stuff that people going through and everything. But I do speak on this stuff, bring it to the table so that we can think together. Y'all know how we doing it on Sip This Coffee, man. It's been a beautiful morning. I'm loving the new setup. You know, got me out here talking with my radio voice on and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You are now zoned in into 94.5 radio with your boy, ELOOO. Sip this coffee. We remember back in the day, that boy say, jam pony. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's what we doing, man. We're gonna leave it at that for the day, man. Like I said, man, y'all make sure that y'all tapping in with the hair products. It's hot outside. Make sure you treating your hair and your face proper, your skin properly. Make sure you treating you properly. Make sure that you're doing everything that you said you was gonna do for you, so that you can be able to do what you say you're gonna do for the next person. And just like that there, what I always tell y'all on Sip This Coffee, put a smile on your face so you can put a smile on somebody else's face and we can make the world a better place. Then the other thing I always tell you is, we got one finger, two finger, peace. But I ain't gone yet though. I still want to say this to you. You still can swing by the barbershop, Legit Cuts Barbershop, pick up the hair products, come and get cleaned up. We got a whole team staffed up over there. I've had a couple people ask through the show about sponsoring Westwood football. You can definitely reach out to me. I put you in contact with the people you need to be in contact with. We do have advertisement deals and stuff like that through the school for businesses that want to support the team. We do banners and all that good stuff at the games. They do got the microphone finally fixed at Longwood Stadium, so we will be doing announcements and all that good stuff, touchdowns, first downs. We got prices for all of that good stuff. It'll be a good year this year for the team. So being a part of it is definitely dope. And yeah, man, we got the hair products, we got the shop going, we got the school going, and we just out here working on ourselves trying to get this stomach right. You heard me? So man, y'all have a beautiful day. Enjoy your Sunday with your family. Spend some time with them kids, even if they ain't your kids. Find some kids to spend some time with to push in the positive way because so many people got negative outlooks that their own kids is being drowned by the negativity if it can't even breathe, man. So take somebody to a positive swimming pool. And I ain't talking about the actual pool with chlorine in it. I'm talking about life, baby. So one finger, two finger, peace. This your boy ELOOO.